Namaste people, I am Anmol Sarkar. So if you have seen my last video, you guys must have an idea about who I am and what I am trying to do and what this channel is all about. And if you have not seen my video, I will share the link in the comment section and for Facebook and for YouTube in the description below. So please don't forget to like and subscribe my YouTube channel. I will be sharing the link with this video also. And please enjoy this video. So let's get started. So if you have seen in last video, I was explaining how this Shaivism was being mapped into Christianity and how this Theosophical Society got created and how they used two-pronged strategy by decoupling the Tamil languages and on the other hand mapping Shaivites into Christianity, how they got evangelical support and backing from international institutions. So in today's video also we will go into further details of that. Okay, now how this evangelical pseudo scholarship means people were given scholarships to study this Dravidian movement and how it later took form into political movement and all. We will go into that. So until the late 1960s, the Dravidian movement was a multi-religious and unified across various religions, its identity being defined entirely by language and society. As we have seen that this started to change subtly in 1969 when M. Devinagayam, I have said in last video, M. Devinagayam was a famous Tamil scholar who propagated this Dravidian myth further. Now, and where he said that Thirukural was Christian and Thiruvalluvar was used to roam with Christian priests on the beach and he used to take those teachings from Christianity. All we know that. If you have seen my last video, you guys must have an idea about it. So what this led is, so this kind of evangelist movements led to further propagation of Dravidian politics in independent India. So what now you will be very surprised. So the ideology, this what we say, Devinagayam's ideology took a very political shape in 1947 and it became so strong that this political movement claimed that India's Independence Day as a black day. So you can see how this anti-national movement went on, and you will be surprised to know that this political movement formed a later political party, and that party is, you will be surprised to hear that party is the current ruling party in Tamil Nadu, which is known as the DMK. Okay, DMK. So first we will see that how this Devinagayam work was criticized by Christian missionaries and then they later accepted it. So we will see few passages from his writing. For example, S. Rasa Manikam, a Tamil Jesuit and department head of Tamil studies at Venkateshwara University in Tirupati, rejected the claim that Thiruvalluvar was a Christian. He wrote that, quote unquote, "Now let me analyze the work of Devinagayam, who has been recently propagating the idea of Thiruvalluvar was a Christian. He is giving new interpretations to many non-Christian ideas present in Thirukural. Further, he has published many books under the titles like Is Thiruvalluvar Christian? Who is the Renounced? Seven Births? Who are the Three? Etc. Despite reading his work deeply, we cannot accept the interpretations he is giving. He says that Thiruvalluvar did not accept the concept of rebirth and that it was Jesus when Thiruvalluvar means when he talks about one who has overcome these five senses, that the glory of reign is actually praising the Holy Ghost. By the noble person Thiruvalluvar meant Christianity, etc." Neither these interpretations nor the methods he used to put forward these ideas are satisfactory. Thirukkural does not show any of the specific Christian ideas. Okay. So in 1975, yet another, the passage ends here. So in 1975, yet another scholar known as Kamathachi Srinivasan, who had converted into Christianity, was specially appointed by the Tamil Nadu government for the Thirukkural research, wrote that when one reads the books of Devinagayam, doubts rise in the mind as to whether this man has really understood Thirukkural, and also it is doubtful that this man has properly studied the history and the origin of the development of Christian religion. Okay, so this was written by him, and this thing took a very as I have said, strong political movement in pre-independent India, and after independence they formed a political party which is known as the DMK, and which is the current political ruling party in the Tamil Nadu. So just imagine how dangerous these things are. They have controlled the entire political narrative of Tamil Nadu. Okay. So this leading exponents of Shaiva Siddhanta exposed the dissertation of numerous flaws and misinterpretations. Most of the Shaiva Siddhanta, those who were masters in Shaiva Siddhanta, also rejected this claim. So you can see how dangerous these things really are. And that was it for today, guys. In next video we will see how hoaxes were built, archaeological and literary hoaxes were built, and how this fabrication evidences were fabricated. Till then, enjoy this video, guys. Have a nice day.